Hi everybody, and welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to complete hopefully the 4-inch build that I did in my previous video. However, the flight controller was dead, and so unfortunately I had to order another one. And so what we will be doing is we'll be taking this flight controller back out, and we will be putting in the HGLRC F4 V5Pro. And let's just have a little look. Here's the, it comes with a little sheet here with all the pinouts and all the frequencies. So this is basically what this is a flight controller, an F4 flight controller with built-in PDD and built-in VTX. So it's a switchable VTX, 25, 200, and 600 milliwatts. Very nice. It's got a little display there. A little button to switch channels is here. It has two little LEDs here that show the power level. It's got signal wires on the corners, which is nice, but I mean we're using 4-in-1 anyway, so it doesn't really help me. But it's nice if you have individual ESCs on the arms. It has current sensing, which is pretty nice, assuming it's calibrated. Obviously it has OSD. Yeah, overall looks like a pretty good board. And what else we get in the box here? We get an XT60 connector, which goes on there like that. Comes with a little pigtail. Not sure if that's clear. There we go. Oh, it comes with a little buzzer too. I didn't actually notice that before. Little buzzer. That's actually handy. And it comes with a whole bunch of different connectors here, depending on what you need to plug in. So there we go. Oh, and it comes with a capacitor, 470 microfarads, 25 volts. Nice and small. That's quite nice. And this nice little box, actually. This is a quite nice little package. It's the nicest flight controller I've had so far, I believe. Yeah, it should be pretty straightforward. Basically, this little card is all you need in terms of instructions. Now, I've already plugged it into Betaflight, so I know this one works. So if it doesn't work after this, that means I fried it. It also comes with a set of standoffs, which I don't think we'll need. I think basically I will probably put some wire onto that, similar to how we have the other one. And we'll have to figure out which wires we're going to need based on the schematics. It looks like we're going to have the smaller of the two. This one will be, not sure why they have all these servo connectors on here. It's a bit weird, but I think what we need is to turn this into an S-bus connector, which basically, let's see, that plugs in, I believe, like that. Oh, wrong way. That plugs in like that. Which means we need So here for S-Bus, so we need the bottom white wire. We will need the 5-volt red wire and the ground wire next to that. S-Bus, 5-volt, ground, ground. The rest of these wires, the other 3 will take off. We'll just use our trusty little, hopefully we don't ruin this. We'll just pop that up. A little bit longer. There we go. You don't want to make it too long because if it gets out of control, we'll cut something. There we go. One down. There you go. So if you're doing S-Bus, you need to remove the blue, the orange, and the yellow. Let's try to, actually we did pretty good there. Didn't break any pins. Excellent. There we go. S-Bus cable. So we will plug that. Upside down again. Alright, we'll plug that in there. Perfect. That is S-Bus ready to go. We'll hang on to these connectors. I have a project coming up. We're going to use that probably. And then we need one of these, and these are the same, yes. So what do we need off of this bottom connector? So it's got, no, this is the backwards, okay. Sorry. This way, RSSI, signal 6, RX6, TX6, RX3, TX3, and buzzer. On the top, do we need anything on the top? It's got LEDs, 5-volt ground, camera, signal. 5-volt ground camera, okay. So we need to plug the camera in here, so we will need that's the front, yeah. So based on this, we will need to remove the red I guess these 3. So these 3 here are for LEDs, which we won't need. Then we got yellow, blue. You know, I have a feeling these are color coded, and if I use the right cable, it will probably look much nicer. There we go, let's see if that's better. Orange, red, black, yes, that makes more sense. We'll get rid of those. Leaves us with white, red, black, and TX1, RX1. Alright, so we'll start by removing these 3, because we're not going to have an LED. We can always put those in again later if we need to. Start with the black one. There we go. Okay, that takes care of the LEDs, which we won't use. We will need the next 3 for the camera. And RX1, TX1, do I need those? I don't think so. We actually probably don't need any of the RX since the S-Bus is already there and VTX is built in. Excuse me. Okay, so let's get rid of these last yellow and blue ones then as well. There we go. Camera. I don't think we're going to need the bottom one at all. I won't bother with the buzzer. Oh, actually I will. I might as well. There we go. I actually wish this white Cable is yellow. I don't know why it's white. Usually video is yellow. There, looks good. Let's just trim this one down. Might as well. So we just need the N2. So buzzer, buzzer, red and black, and we'll lose all the rest. I actually wish on this flight controller there's no solder pads for these connectors, which I think is a bit of a bummer. It would be really nice if it just had direct solder pads for all this stuff, so we don't have to muck with these little connectors, but oh well. And there we go. All we need, right like that. Looks quite nice. Okay, I think what we need to do now is desolder all of the peripherals on the other quad here. Alright, clean up the tip. Always want to have a clean tip. Get out the solder. And we'll just put a little dab on the tip. Now, these are very small pads, so it doesn't need much. Perfect. And you don't need to leave it on the pad very long. These are very tiny. There, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one could be a little cleaner. Huh, not sure why that one's so dirty. Try that again. No, it's a bit better. And then I guess we just need power. So I think we'll do power. How are we going to do power? Which way does that face? So that faces the side. Well, that's not bad. Okay, that's where we have our power already. So I think what we'll do is we'll run the power through here, down the bottom, and then run the ESCs off of one of the top or bottom sets of pads. Let's see what's most accessible on the bottom. They're pretty much the same. Actually, probably what we can do is we have a negative and a positive. Just run it across that way. Hopefully that'll work. So we'll do a positive right there. Heat up a bit more, let it flow. There we go. Get a nice flow. I mean, it'll flow better when you add the wire on there anyways, but just so you don't have to add too much heat. It's very close, eh? But I think that's perfect. Okay, and I think that's all the soldering for this guy. Very straightforward. Okay, let's just set this aside for now and bring back this guy, and let's desolder yet again. I think this is like the 5th time. Oh, let's get rid of this so I can get rid of the top part. That looks great. Okay, so this guy will sit in here, facing forward. Oh, so it actually sits like that. Oh, so actually the power's on this side. And I think I tinned up this side. Ah, I think it's fine. I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think it's going to matter. Should be good. Alright, let's place it down there and just get an idea of how it fits. No point to solder everything up if it doesn't even fit on the board. Lighting's no good. It's too hot. Sorry, I have the light kind of facing away because it's halogen bulb and it's already like 30 degrees outside. And so it's just way too hot. Alright, see what this looks like. Kind of sticks out a bit too far. This camera's going to be in the way here. Is this even going to work? How is that going to fit in there? Oh, there it goes. Okay, so it might fit. Just barely. No, not even. It's gotta. Oh, there we go. But the camera tilt is. Oh, I guess that's okay. Actually, that's not bad. I probably don't need my camera tilt that high anyway. There we go. That fits right in there. So we'll need to get some wire to go from the power and ground underneath. And we'll have to solder in the motor wires. Okay. Let's pop this off again. And we will need this connector. So let's just get that out of there. Alright, so are these going to fit? Well, probably just barely. Okay, so we got ground. And we got, so that's ground, then according to my diagram, let's turn it around. Oh, actually, no, that's right. I must have my upside down, yeah. In which case, this is actually ground 4321. There's no power in there, obviously. There's no back in this. Okay, so we need this ground to go to ground on the bottom of the flight controller. So how are we gonna make this work? So ultimately we want it to look like this. So if we go maybe like this. Okay, let's use this. You know what? Let's solder these up anyways. Okay, so that way I can put the ground just over there. I'm going to have to put some hot glue on that connector. I hate these connectors. Once they put them in and out a bit, they stop working. I don't know how this is going to work, but let's just put this here for now. Shot, yeah. That is better. Okay, motor 4 is yellow. Yellow goes to motor 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll take that and we'll plug that in right here. And motor 3 is white. Obviously that one will fit. Alright, so I found 4 standoffs. Got them all mounted. A little bit taller, got some space in there, everything fits nice and snug. Still has room, not sure if you can see in there, but still has a little bit of room for airflow so the VTX can cool. The heatsink is in there, so obviously it needs a little bit more airflow, so I think that's actually going to work a little bit better, and we still have enough space on the top here for the top, given there's no VTX required. We'll just have this guy connected right on top like that. Not like that, but. And I think that's basically that. So the next step would be obviously to solder all these wires up. And I'm not sure how this camera is going to work here, but I guess what we'll do is we'll just trim these, solder them up together. That should be fairly straightforward. I can just take these wires here, probably trim them around here. Now unfortunately these are not nice silicone wires. So that's one negative about this HGLRC package here. The wires are not silicone, which is kind of a bummer because the silicone wires are much better to deal with. Maybe you to come off and sorry, peel back. You might still take it right here. Give a little let go. Okay, you want more plastic wires. There we go. Now this one here. All you do is use a wire, you know, bit. There you go. Turn your circle. Let go for you. Pull the first off. Once you first off, let's stick it off. There you go. And then we clean it up. So I'm going to get the gold. So you have a gold cleaners. This is making it stick up. Okay, sorry. This one elsewhere. This is what you go. There we go. Okay, so now we'll join the right together. We need some shirt sleeves, which has used. So here, just drop. And we're okay, it's down here. Okay, put my little straight fit in. There we go. There we go, right there. And one more, right around there. So that, and there, and there. Perfect, there we go. That's cool. Now just bring it up. There we go. Around the corner, over the starting point. And you can go short wire. There. There. Okay, not so bad. I use these on because I wire and so what I'm going to do. Anything else? Something to drink? No, I'm sorry, roll it. There. Not too bad. So this is the buzzer. And this is the... Where did it go? Oh, it's still taped to the bottom here. Perfect. Alright. So let's do the same. same thing on these. We'll leave them a little bit longer so the shrink sleeves don't have to be so short. That's that. And shrink sleeves. There. As well. There. That way. There we go. That'll be fine. Just go for this. That's nasty. Okay, that was good. There. Okay. There's some wires. There you go. And try to put it on so it just turns up. Okay, sorry about that. Camera battery died. I had to charge it up, so it's a new day. Where do we leave off? I believe we were soldering on the... Were we? Or no? Or were we going to do the buzzer? I honestly don't remember. The buzzer's here. I think the best thing to do would be just to feed these wires through the side here, up to the front. See if we can get this in there. If we grab it and pull it maybe. Well, that didn't work. Pull it out that way, and then we'll just tuck these through one more time up to the front like so. I'll just grab those. There. That's not so bad. And then we'll just stick it right in behind the camera. And I think that will work really well. And so we'll just have to peel the wire off. Oh, and you know what we forgot? We forgot shrink sleeves. Let's do that again. Okay. Shrink sleeves first. There we go. And we will desolder. There, not bad. We have a bucket. And for now, I think we will just slide it right in behind the camera, if we can. I don't think it's going to go anywhere in there. Right like that. Give it a little tug. Perfect. We have a buzzer. Assuming we got the power and ground proper. Which I think we did. Worst case, it doesn't beep. Not so bad. Okay. Now, solder these guys. It should be pretty straightforward. White goes to yellow. Shrink sleeves. Keep forgetting the shrink sleeves. Actually, here's the shrink sleeves we cut last time. Start with those. Good. Okay. Here we go. A little bit of solder. Perfect. And we got our OSD connector, which we can just kind of tuck, I think, down under there. It's not going to go anywhere. And that should be fine. The antenna, we should find a way to mount that up there. This might be tricky. Might have to get a bit of a bend here. Something like that. Well, let's just plug it in, I guess, and we'll see. Actually, you know what, before we do that, let's deal with this wire. I'm going to use this. And there we go. We have a 13 gauge and a 14 gauge. I think that's good. We probably only need enough to come down probably about there, 3 inches, 2 inches, 3 inches. So similar to what we had. Let's just do that. Let's just snip those off. One. There. Okay. Step 1. There. Done. 2 perfectly good wires. Now, our XT60 connector goes on one side. What I like to do is put it onto another connector so the heat can transfer through a bit better. And you can also use the other connector to hold the bottom. Let's see. Ready shot? Yeah, not bad. Okay. Perfect. So we're going to want to put a fair amount of solder Not bad. Not bad at all. Yep, nothing touching. Oh, did I put it on the wrong side? Oh, shoot. I put it on the wrong side. I'm such a noob. Such a noob. Alright, this is the channel of basically how not to build a quadcopter. How not to build a quadcopter 101. Start by not soldering your wires on backwards. Well, getting them off will be pretty easy. Getting them on, again, will be a pain. Yeah, darn it. There, perfect. That looks great. Now, we need to figure out this antenna situation. I think we just start by screwing it into the top. Which means I need to take the screw and the washers off. And goes up there. Goes on there. Okay. So we want this thing here to go in here. I'm not sure how this is going to work. It's quite snug, isn't it? Oh. How does it even go in there? Does that even fit in there? Oh wow. I can see why people like this connector better. Okay, so that goes like that. Then we can probably get this out of the way. Twist this around and flatten it out that way. And then bring this around like that. Is that going to work? No, because the receiver is there. So I might have to bring it around the center bit here. And right out the back. Is that going to work? No, we're going to have to move this. Just no way around it. Just need to push it. Can I push it up a bit more? You just need to push it over this way. That should be fine, right like that. And then, probably the original way it worked, because without that in the way, I think we had a good system. So we'll just go like so. Will that work? I think that will work. The connector is actually touching the top of the... Not sure that's a problem. Is that... Can that touch the... I presume that it must be grounded, because otherwise that would be crazy. Well, that's fine. Take the screws out. And we'll button everything up. And then maybe, eventually, we'll get to setting this thing up in Betaflight. Just like that. Actually gives it a bit of a flex. I'm not sure I like that, but I don't know if it wasn't a little bit, if it was like 3 millimeters forward, it would fit in that hole. Oh well, we don't have to worry about it coming loose, because we're going to be holding it down with screws apparently. Da-da-da. Alright, how does that look? Well, that, I see, we got wires on top, which obviously is no good. And let's loosen that back up. Let's move this down here. Tighten that back up. There, that's actually not, oh, that's quite a twist actually. That's too much pressure. Huh, well, I didn't, yeah, you see that? Quite a bit of room in there. And that connector sticking up. There's no way I can cut that. If only I didn't have to put the bigger standoffs in there. I guess the only way I can do this was with larger standoffs. Darn it, I wanted to reduce this down. Okay, what do we got? Let's see, I do have, I think. Okay, well, I found some larger standoffs here, which I don't remember why I bought these, but I think these are going to make everything way too big. Oh yeah. Well, don't have much choice. I'm going to swap these standoffs in. Funny thing is, with these standoffs, we have room for the buzzer. Okay, I will pop this back off. I will change these standoffs, and then we will return and see how she looks. If I can get the screw out. Alright. Alright, so I took these little 20 mil standoffs off and put on the 30s, and everything fits nicely. There's lots of space in there now. I think a 25 would have been better. It's kind of a shame that that all doesn't fit nicely in there. I really wish it did, but yeah, there she is. So I think she's looks not too bad. Obviously looks really tall. Back to actually, this is the original height. Don't really get much camera tilt, unfortunately. I think that's the downfall of this board, flight controller. But otherwise, yeah, looks pretty good. With all that room, I mean, having a VTX in there actually would have been fine. So I'm not too sure that we're really gaining a whole lot out of this. So we still had to raise it up anyways. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what I think of that. I probably should have just continued with the Omnibus, but you know, I thought we'd shave some weight, which maybe we did slightly, not as much as I would have liked, but one thing we can do for sure is probably sneak a little twist tie in here. button up these wires. There. Lost my scissors. There we go. And we're good to go. I won't sit flat, but that's fine. Yeah, so I think overall, not bad. I think this, not the best frame. There's not a lot of room in there. Obviously, I mean, this is a 4-inch build, so I don't think this HGLRC F4 V5Pro is as ideal in a 4-inch build. I think you need a little bit of a bigger frame where you can have, you know, more area to play with, more room to play with. But I do think it's gonna fly okay. Well, I do see some, that solder down there kind of bothers me. I think I must have splashed. I can't really see it. I must have splashed some solder down in there. Oh yeah, there we go. Good thing I got that. Good. We don't want those in there. Make sure I didn't splash any more. Nope, I think we're good. Alright. Last and final step. Just make sure that nothing's shorted out. So we'll get our trusty little voltmeter here. And we hear one beep, we are good. If we hear continuous beep, and back to the drawing board. No beep. Okay. We'll go if we go through here. No beep. Well, I think we must be good then. I think we're good. Excellent. Alright, hopefully in the next video we will do the beta flight setup on this guy. Alright, if anybody's still watching, thank you so much. Really appreciate you guys checking out the video. Again, probably apologize for all of the mistakes I made along the way, but you know, I think it's a real learning experience, and this stuff is really fun to play with, and yeah, so thanks for sticking around while, you know, learn together, and I really appreciate it. Alright, feel free to subscribe and tune in for the next video. Awesome, thanks a lot guys.